It's Perp back with another video, and I just got out of watching Longlegs. This is definitely one of my most anticipated horror movies of the year, and just one of my most anticipated movies in general. I just really liked the marketing and all the cryptic kind of messaging and whatnot. I didn't watch any of the trailers because I wanted to go into this with fresh eyes, and it's so refreshing to just constantly do that. Just going into a movie blind is really dope because you don't know what to expect. You're not looking at no leaks, you're not looking at set photos, nothing. And, you know, this was an interesting experience. Now, there was a lot of buzz about this movie, and it's getting a lot of hype. And does it live up to that? Because it seems to happen a lot with certain horror movies. People have these high expectations, and sometimes they get disappointed. So let's talk about this movie. This is starring Nicolas Cage and Micah Monroe. I think that's how you say her name. I think she was also in It Follows. She's been in a lot of different movies, and this is an interesting role for her. And she plays this FBI agent that is put on this case to find the serial killer, Nick Cage's character, Longlegs. And I really like how this whole movie is set up and how it's shot, but more so how it's broken up into like three parts, and how one part leads to the next, and there's just this eerie overtone to this whole entire movie from the minute you meet Longlegs to just everything else that's going on in this movie. It's a murder mystery. She's trying to track down exactly his location because these murders are popping up left and right, like these families are being massacred, and it's looking like it has nothing to do with him. So there's that kind of Silence of the Lambs kind of element to it. But this is a very interesting movie, man. I really liked how this was structured. I really liked the third act as well, because there's a lot of things that I didn't expect. And I feel like going into this movie blind really helped, because this movie has a really weird, like, I don't know how to explain it, but the way the movie is shot is kind of eerie because it's like off, and it's like on purpose. It's a lot of times, and it's just the way that the camera's angled. It just makes the space that they're in a little bit more creepier. And you know, we follow our main lead, Lee Harker. She's this FBI agent, like I said, and it just keeps getting creepier and creepier as she kind of digs into this whole entire case. But then it gets to a point where it's like, is this becoming more personal to her? Like, is there something more going on than what's being let on? Is it just more than just a serial killer on the loose? Is there something supernatural going on in this town with these murders? It's all fascinating to me, and I just really like how it's presented. I was never really bored. I was just really engaged, and how it pretty much ended, it made it seem like there could possibly be a part two to this. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how they want to go about it, or if they just want to kind of leave it how it is. I honestly, I'd be down for either or, but you know, yeah, this was a really good movie, in my opinion. A really satisfying horror movie. It's definitely going to kind of make you very uncomfortable, especially like Longlegs' character. He is a very menacing, very interesting character that, uses riddles and certain clues. He's very much like Riddler. Like, if you remember the Riddler, he's kind of like that type of character. But like Nick Cage as Longlegs is just completely not what I expected at all. But at the same time, you should expect that from a Nick Cage performance, and I think he did a really good job. And I'm curious to see how this is going to hold up over time, if people are really going to just talk about this movie, because I definitely think it does some unique, different things, and it's also familiar at the same time, to where it's its own unique thing, taking something familiar and making it its own thing, I should say. I recommend checking this out. It's playing in theaters right now as I'm recording this. Definitely let me know if you get around to checking it out, your thoughts in the comments below. But until next time, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.